Have you ever wondered what's really standing between you and where you want to go? Is it truly the emptiness of your wallet or the lack of an idea to make you take that first step? Picture your mind buzzing with potential, yet stalled by a negative bank balance. How many times have you shelved a dream because you thought you needed $1 million investment before you could begin? What if the resource you've been searching for already lives inside you, waiting for a spark to ignite? Now, I invite you to hear three stories of people who refused to let scarcity win. In Anna's garage, there was no room for a dream bakery, nor money for state-of-the-art ovens. There was only an old wooden table, patched-up pans, and the comforting aroma of homemade yeast. Instead of waiting for major funding, Anna opened her grandmother's recipe book and hastily scribbled, "Cupcakes in a jar, door to door." She had to improvise liners, knock on every neighbor's door with a smile, and wake before dawn to bake the first batch. The next morning, her neighbors' breakfasts were transformed, and Anna discovered that, with almost no resources, she had created something priceless. Then there's Clara. She dreamed of playing piano on grand stages, but didn't have a single cent for a new instrument. One rainy afternoon, she found an abandoned keyboard on the sidewalk, its keys partly broken. She carefully cleaned each key, taped colorful markers where labels had faded, and learned chords from free videos on her phone. By flickering candlelight, she practiced all night, turning imperfections into deeply emotional music. When her school held a recital, Clara stepped onto the makeshift stage, and with the very first chord, the audience felt the truth of her passion and gave her a standing ovation. That simple, soulful sound taught her that indomitable will means more than the finest piano. And finally, Carlos dreamed of crossing a marathon finish line. Without money for special running shoes, he tied strips of cloth around his worn sneakers and ran through his neighborhood streets. Each unsteady step reminded him that real strength comes from within, not from any product's design. With every mile he conquered, his confidence grew, and his fear of not finishing faded. On race day, wearing ordinary shoes, he crossed the finish line in tears, not from physical pain, but from the triumph of determination. After hearing these stories, it's time to question your own choices. Did your project stall for lack of money, or for lack of an idea paired with the courage to act? The next time things don't go as planned, look inward first. Did you find a creative solution? Did you dare to offer your skills in exchange for support? Now take a deep breath and make a pact with yourself. When an obstacle appears, don't wait, create, dare, and act. Because your greatest resource already burns in your mind and pulses in your chest. Use it, transform it, and watch closed doors swing wide open. When you wake up, you feel the weight of the dawn before the first rays break the horizon. Your muscles ache, and every breath feels like a challenge. Yet something drives you to take that first step. Doubt trembles in your mind. Inner voices whisper, "Give up." But you keep your gaze fixed ahead as if you can see the finish line long before it's there. You walk the silent streets. Your feet press into the cold pavement, and the sound of your ordinary shoes striking the ground resonates with every heartbeat. Proof that your strength comes from within. With each stride, you recall the skeptical glances you encountered, the friend who doubted you'd make it, the fear of failure that once nearly paralyzed you. But not today. Today, your heart beats to its own rhythm, louder than any warning from your mind. Doubt speaks again, insistent. "You won't make it." You answer firmly, with that spark you've been nurturing. "I've risen when no one believed. I can do one more mile." As if each word were fresh fuel, your legs find new energy. The fatigue remains but shrinks to the size of an obstacle you're determined to overcome. Soon you enter a narrow tunnel where echoes magnify every step and every breath. The outside world fades away. It's just you in this moment. The shadows cloak the path, but also remind you of every drop of sweat shed in the silent training. It's there, in that fleeting darkness, that you know giving up would hurt more than pressing on. As you climb the final incline, the wind brushes your face like an invisible applause. From above, the city stirs, and you realize that neither cold asphalt nor scraggly branches scratching your skin can shake your focus. No one is gazing at your worn shoes. They're admiring the determination that puffs out your chest and lifts your spirit. At last, when you cross the finish line you sketched out with each initial step, your body nearly collapses, but your eyes shine brighter than ever before. You've discovered that true power doesn't